Greetings. Do hope you all are enjoying the incredible sounds of the Vedas, and hope you're experiencing, feeling the wonderful energy, serenity, tranquility, and positivity when listening to the Vedas or chanting the Vedas. Today, we shall dive deep into an incredible way of reciting the Vedas in a very spiritually scientific sequence. 11 such ways of reciting the Vedas were designed: Samhita, Pada, Krama, Jata, Mala, Sika, Rekha, Dhwaja, Dhanda, Reta, and Ghana, of which Ghana is usually considered the most difficult. Ganapatha is one of the most advanced methods of Vedapatha. Syllables are continuously repeated to and fro in a certain pattern. A syllable can get repeated up to 13 times in Ganapatha. The Ganapatha, or the bell mode of chanting, is so called because the words are repeated back and forth in a bell shape. Hence, the sonority natural to Vedic chanting is enhanced in Ganapatha. Let us learn this wonderful sequence and method of chanting the Vedas. We may think it is very difficult and the formulas are too complex, but when we apply a wonderful magic formula, we realize it's not so bad at all. It is easy. We just need to learn the magic formula. What is the magic formula? Would you like to know? The magic formula is the number sequence 1 2 2 1 1, 2 3 3 2 1, 1 2 3. Once we learn the magic formula, it can be applied to several Vedic chants. Let us look at an example using a very familiar nursery rhyme called Humpty Dumpty, which we are all familiar with. In Humpty Dumpty, there are the words Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, all the king's horses, etc., etc. So we look at the first three words and then we want to group them. Let's say in this case it's group A. So we highlight it and we identify which is 1, 2 and 3. We then take group A and now put group A into the sequence of the magic formula to get 1 2 2 1 1, 2 3 3 2 1, 1 2 3 are the words Humpty Dumpty Dumpty, Humpty Humpty Dumpty, sat sat Dumpty, Humpty Humpty Dumpty sat. Now we proceed to group B and we identify the next three words. So we just move along in the chant or the song and we identify now the next three words. So Humpty is now sort of removed and we look at Dumpty as the first word, sat as the second word, and on as the third word, and thereafter we put it into the formula. And now we proceed on to group C and it just follows the same pattern. Sat now becomes the first word, on becomes second word, and the third word is A. If we move to group D, on would be the first word, A would be the second word, and wall would be the third word. So you can see now the sequence and the pattern. A very wonderful and, excuse the pun, handy tip is to learn the formula off by heart, or rather off by hand, because if we look at our pinky, it is divided into three parts, 1 2 3, and we can practice the formula. And we can practice the formula using our thumb against the pinky and moving it along according to the sequence 1 2 2 1 1, 2 3 3 2 1, 1 2 3. Awesome, very well done. Let's proceed. In the Gayatri mantra Ganapata, we omit Bhur Bhuva Suvaha. So we start with Tat Savitur. Let us proceed. Let us identify the first three words like we did with Humpty Dumpty. In this case, it is Tat Savitur Varenyam. We now need to also put it into the correct sequence. When we put it into the correct sequence, it will have a particular arrangement of words. But just like the English language, when we are speaking, sometimes we have to use the word a or an. We have to use the word an when it's before a vowel. Sometimes we have to use the word is or are. Maybe it's singular words we have to express. Maybe it's plural. So certain things have to be changed now and then. These can be referred to quick rules. In quick rules, it will differ from chant to chant. In this case, when Varenyam is before the word Savitur in the sequence, then Varenyam becomes Varenyagum. Also, when Savitur is before another Savitur, it becomes Savitus. Like a chameleon, it's going to change from Savitur to Savitus when it's before another Savitur, or when it's before the word Tat. So these quick rules would differ chant to chant, but as we go along, it will become easier and easier. So let us apply the first three words, Tat Savitur Varenyam, into the sequence. There's an anchorage symbol next to the second word, because the second word really plays that anchorage support. It helps us to remember what is the word above and below. And when we're using our thumb against our pinky, if we can always remember the anchorage word, we will be able to chant the Ganapata off by heart without any words in front of us. So let us apply. We can now break it up into parts. We have 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3. We also have to remember that each of the syllables still have intonations going high and low and middle, and dirgha swarita as well, and sometimes visarga and anuswara. And we have to chant this on the correct scale. So let's chant it on the Tanpura scale, D. Tat savitus savitus tat savitur varenyam varenyagum savitus tat savitur varenyam. Again, tat savitus savitus tat savitur varenyam varenyagum savitus tat savitur varenyam. Try using now with your thumb and your pinky. Try getting to the habit of 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. Tat savitus savitus tat savitur varenyam varenyagum savitus tat savitur varenyam. Let us proceed. The next part we have is Savitur, Varenyam and Bargo as the first, second and third word respectively. So let us apply it now. We have Savitur Varenyam Varenyagum. So Varenyagum is still applying that quick rule because it's before the word Savitus or Savitur. Let's start again. Savitur Varenyam Varenyagum Savitus Savitur Varenyam Bargo Bargo Varenyagum Savitus Savitur Varenyam Bargaha. We end Bargo as Bargaha as it's coming to the end of that particular phrase, and we have to end with that Visarga sound. What's very important also to note is in Ganapata, the words are counted back and forth 13 times. So we can count these words and it adds up to 13. And that is the power of the sound vibrations and the sonority and the resonance of this vibration and the electromagnetic waves. You can really feel the energy start to be created as we are chanting these sacred verses. Let us proceed. We now have Varenyam Bhargo Devasya as the first, second and third word respectively. There are no quick rules to apply here. It is very straightforward, which is wonderful. Now we can chant the next part in the correct intonation and pronunciation. We can already see that we have variations of Bhargo. One Bhargo is going low, another Bhargo is going high. One Devasya is going high, another Devasya, the ya part is going low. So we need to take that into account. Let's try. Varenyam Bhargo Bhargo Varenyam Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Devasya Bhargo Varenyam Varenyam Bhargo Devasya. When we end, we can stretch that last sound a bit. Let's try again. Varenyam Bhargo Bhargo Varenyam Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Devasya Bhargo Varenyam Varenyam Bhargo Devasya. Three words we have are Bhargo, Devasya and Dhimahi. Unfortunately, there are no quick rules to apply here as well. So it is very straightforward and we can proceed to implementing them into the sequence. We have Bhargo, Devasya and Dhimahi as 1, 2, 3, and we apply it into the magic formula of 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. What's important to note as well is the variations in intonations. So let us try it on the correct Tanpura. Bhargo, Devasya, Devasya, Bhargo, Bhargo, Devasya, Dhimahi, Dhimahi, Devasya, Bhargo, Bhargo, Devasya, Dhimahi. Now we can try it in the flow and create a resonating sound on the Tanpura. Bhargo Devasya Devasya Bhargo Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhimahi Devasya Bhargo Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Excellent. Let us now proceed. When we ending a particular part of the chant, we have to conclude a certain section of a prayer or chant. Like we have with the Ganapati Prarthana, we have a few sections, one dedicated to Lord Ganesha and another dedicated to Mother Saraswati. So in this case, when we're concluding this particular section of the Gayatri Mantra, we have just a certain portion of the sequence, which is 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. So we simply say, Devasya Dhimahi Dhimahi Devasya Devasya Dhimahi. As Devasya and Dhimahi were the first and second word respectively. And then to conclude the entire section, we have a special phrase. In this case, it is Dhimahi Di Dhimahi, Dhimahi Di Dhimahi, Dhimahi Di Dhimahi. So notice the intonations, notice the sound, where's the stretching, and it's simply a phrase that you can learn, and it is unique according to each of the Ganapata chants. Let us proceed. We now have Diyo, Yo and No as the first, second and third word respectively. There are a few quick rules which we need to apply as we go along, but for now it will remain as is. We have Di, Yo, 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 Diyo, Diyo, Yo, No, No, Yo, Diyo, Diyo, Yo, Naha. What's important is not to get confused with Diyo and Yo. So one word is Diyo, which is number 1, number 2 is Yo, and number 3 is No. So let us try it on the Tanpura. Diyo, Yo, Yo, Diyo, Diyo, Yo, No, No, Yo, Diyo, Diyo, Yo, Naha. We ending No as Naha, because it is Visarga sound and we come to the end of that particular line. So we have to apply the Visarga. Let's try again. Notice the intonations, which is very, very subtle. We have no going high, no going low, yo going low as well, and yo as middle sound as well. Okay, we have dio yo yo dio dio yo no no yo dio dio yo na ha. Dio yo yo dio dio yo no no yo dio dio yo na ha. Very good. As you keep practicing and keep practicing, go slowly, slowly, go to medium. You can then even go to the fast pace as well. Whatever is comfortable. Let us continue. We now have yo no prachodayata. There's a quick rule that needs to be applied. When no is before prachodayat, it becomes naf, because we need to apply that visarga sound. As we can see in this particular case, no is before prachodayat, it becomes na. And with the prachodayat sound, it will become naf. We can see also it is prachodayat, but it also transforms to prachodayaan when prachodayat is just before another no. So that is also a quick rule. So let us try this now. We have yo no no yo yo naf prachodayat prachodayaan no yo yo naf prachodayat. So notice how subtle the intonations are as well, and how delicate they are. Yo no no yo yo naf prachodayat prachodayaan no yo yo naf prachodayat. Again. Yo no no yo yo naf prachodayat prachodayaan no yo yo naf prachodayat. Very good. Now have a special phrase for the Gayatri Mantra Ganapata to conclude this beautiful chant. It is prachodayaditi prachodayat. Even though it's spelled as pra, in this case we'll say pra. They are stretching the sound, though it's not written. Our audio recording or the recital will always be the first or primary reference point, and thereafter what is written will be our secondary source of information. So we have prachodayaditi prachodayat prachodayaditi prachodayat. Wonderful. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let's try reciting the Gayatri Mantra Ganapata from beginning. Let's start on the Tanpura. Tatsavitus savitus tatsavitur varenyam varenyagum savitus tatsavitur varenyam savitur varenyam varenyagum savitus savitur varenyam bargo bargo varenyagum savitus savitur varenyam barkaha varenyam bargo bargo varenyam varenyam bargo devasya devasya bargo varenyam varenyam bargo devasya Bhargo devasya devasya bargo bargo devasya dhimahi dhimahi devasya bargo bargo devasya dhimahi devasya dhimahi dhimahi devasya devasya dhimahi 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 Dio yo yo dio dio yo no no yo dio dio yo naha yo no no yo yo naf prachodayat prachodayaan no yo yo naf prachodayat naf prachodayat prachodayaan no naf prachodayat prachodayaditi prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.